Assalamu alaikum students. Today we will learn how to draw the histological section of cornea and what are the important points which are asked in the viva examination of the histological section of the cornea. Now the cornea, as you know, it makes up the anterior 1/6 of the eye. It is transparent and completely avascular. A section of cornea shows five distinct layers. Number one is an external stratified squamous epithelium. So here, this is the external stratified squamous epithelium. Then its basement membrane, that is also known as anterior limiting membrane or Bowman's membrane, which is the basement membrane of the external stratified epithelium. Now then, thick stroma. You can see the thickness of the epithelium, and then the thickness of the stroma, and then posterior limiting membrane here, posterior limiting membrane or Descemet's membrane. Here you can see Bowman's membrane here and Descemet's membrane here. So starting from the outside, first is the stratified squamous epithelium, then the basement membrane, its basement membrane or anterior limiting membrane known as Bowman's membrane. Then the stroma, fibrous stroma. You can see the width of the fibrous stroma, thickness of the fibrous stroma. So epithelium is like that and the fibrous stroma is that thick. Then the epithelium, inner simple squamous epithelium, simple squamous endothelium, inner layer you can see here. Now the stratified surface epithelium is non-keratinized, 5 or 6 cell layer thick, and comprises about 10% of the corneal thickness. So it comprises about 10% of the corneal thickness. And the basal cells have high proliferative capacity, important for renewal and repair of the corneal surface, and emerge from the stem cells in the corneoscleral limbus, that protruding that encircles the cornea. The flattened surface cells have microvilli protruding into the protective tear film of the lipid glycoprotein and water. So the surface cells here in the stratified squamous surface cells, they have got microvilli on their surfaces. Now the basement membrane of this epithelium, also known as Bowman's membrane, is very thick. It is about 8 to 10 micrometer and contributes to the stability and strength of the cornea, helping to protect against infection of the underlying stroma. So if this basement membrane is breached, that is Bowman's membrane, if this is breached, any injury to the epithelium can result in the basement membrane. Any injury which is extending deep to the basement membrane will result in the formation of ulcers, and these ulcers will not heal, they heal with scar formation. And you know that cornea is transparent, and if scars forms here, then the cornea, it becomes opaque, so light cannot pass, and as a result the person can become blind. So it is very important, this factor is very important. If any injury, it penetrates deeper than this basement membrane, if it breaches the basement membrane and reaches the stroma, then the repair is by scar formation. But if the injury, it remains in the layers of the epithelium and the basement membrane is not breached, the epithelium, it divides and it repairs itself. It repairs the damage. Now the stroma, or also known as substantia propria. The stroma is also known as substantia propria. It makes up about 90% of the corneal thickness. You can see here 90% of the, if this is the 100%, 10% is by the stratified squamous epithelium and very small contribution by the endothelium, and 90% is by the this corneal stroma. Now this consists of approximately 60 layers of parallel collagen bundles aligned at approximately right angles to each other and extending almost the full diameter of the cornea. The uniform orthogonal array of collagen fibrils contributes to the transparency of this avascular tissue. You know that cornea is avascular, and this question is often asked in the viva, that what factor contributes to its transparency. Number one, that blood vessels, it is avascular, but there are no blood vessels in the cornea. And number two is the arrangement of the collagen fibers in the stroma. So orthogonal array of collagen fibrils, they contribute to the transparency of this avascular tissue. So that's how the refractive index of the cornea, it becomes the same as the air and the light passes through the cornea. Now between the collagen lamellae are the cytoplasmic extensions of flattened fibroblast-like cells. These are known as keratocytes. So the nuclei you are looking here, the nuclei, they are of keratocytes. The ground substance around these cells contain proteoglycans such as lumican with keratin sulfate and chondroitin sulfate, which help maintain the precise organization and spacing of the collagen fibrils. So cornea is a vascular structure, but it is highly richly supplied by the nerves. Why this is richly supplied by the nerves? Because any injury to it, you have noticed that whenever we get anything in the eye, our eyelids immediately closes so that the injury cannot occur to this transparent structure. In order to avoid injury to this transparent structure, our eyelids, they become closed immediately. So this is the reflex activity which protects the cornea from the injury. So it is avascular but richly supplied by nerves and have got 5 layers. That is the stratified squamous epithelium, then its basement membrane known as Bowman's membrane, then the cornea, then the stroma, corneal stroma, 90% of the thickness, consisting of 90% of the thickness, and then the basement membrane, that is the Descemet membrane, and then the epithelium, posterior epithelium known as the endothelium. Now in order to remember the layers of the cornea, the stratified squamous epithelium, you remember it very easily. That is lying at the outer surface of the cornea. But you often confuse the Bowman's membrane and the Descemet's membrane. So easy way to remember is alphabetically B comes first. So Bowman's membrane comes first in the layers of the cornea. So stratified squamous epithelium, then Bowman's membrane, for B for Bowman's membrane, then the stroma, and then the Descemet's membrane. So D comes after the B. So that's how I remember most of the things in anatomy, because anatomy is a volatile structure and you often forgot things, facts. So the Bowman's membrane, it starts from B, so it comes before the D, letter D, that is the Descemet's membrane, and then the endothelium. Now the endothelium of the cornea, it is resting on the Descemet's membrane, and the endothelium maintains the Descemet membrane and includes the most metabolically active cells of the cornea. Sodium potassium ATPase pumps are present in the basolateral membranes of these cells. They are largely responsible for regulating the proper hydration state of the corneal stroma to provide maximal transparency and optimal light reflection. So various factors, 2-3 factors, they help to maintain the transparency of the cornea. And you know, once cornea is damaged, a person becomes blind. And do you know that referring to the term that we are donating eyes, someone has donated his eyes, it means that he have donated the cornea. So cornea is being donated, not all the eyeball and the stuff. The cornea is being donated, and this is grafted. Drawing the cornea is very simple. You just have to see that you are drawing the proportions correctly. So the epithelium, first of all I will make the Bowman's membrane on which the epithelium, stratified epithelium is lying. So lightly color it and then make this is the Bowman's membrane or the anterior limiting membrane. Okay, now make the epithelium over it. Stain the cytoplasm, and then we will make the nuclei. So nuclei of the basal nuclei are the basal nuclei cuboidal epithelium, and then the polygonal, and then the surface squamous. So like this you will draw all the epithelium. So stratified squamous, non-keratinized epithelium. So the basal cuboidal layer, then the polygonal, and then squamous. So this is the stratified epithelium. Now the basement membrane, that is the Bowman's membrane, and the anterior limiting membrane. So after this lies the stroma. So stroma, you have 90% stroma, so stroma you will make that much wider, and then here you will draw the Descemet membrane here, and then the epithelium, squamous epithelium. Endothelium, squamous epithelium, that is. endothelium. So here you will draw the Descemet's membrane, that is the basement membrane of the epithelium, and then in between color, make the fibrous stroma, color it. Okay, now you will make the nuclei of the keratinocytes running parallel with the collagen fibers like this. So what do these keratinocytes do? They secrete the ground substance which contains certain chemicals which maintain the transparency of the cornea. Okay, now very easy to make cornea. You just have to make it correctly, properly. So this is the first layer, that is the starting from outside. This is the stratified squamous epithelium, stratified squamous epithelium, non-keratinized. Then second one is the Bowman's membrane. Then the fibrous stroma, and then the Descemet's membrane, and then the endothelium. So very easy diagram, and you should be happy if the slide of cornea comes in exam. Very easy to make, and its viva is also very easy. So 5 layers: stratified squamous epithelium, then Bowman's membrane. B comes first, then Bowman's membrane, then the stroma, and then the Descemet's membrane, D for Descemet's membrane, and then the endothelium. Last layer is the endothelium. So very simple viva questions. First of all, the teacher asks what are the layers of the cornea, and why corneal, why the damage to the Bowman's membrane, that is the basement membrane of stratified squamous epithelium, results in ulcer formation and opacities, corneal opacities. These are known as corneal opacities. Why they are formed? Why there is no regenerative power here? So the regenerative power lies in the epithelium, but not below it. So if the basement membrane is breached, the cornea is unable to repair this breach, and as a result ulcers form, and then the scar formation occurs due to these ulcers, and opacities develop in the cornea. Now number 2, the examiner asks how do the transparency of the corneal endothelium cornea is maintained. So major factors responsible for transparency of cornea are the complete absence of blood vessels in the corneal tissue. Number 1, complete absence of the blood vessels. Number 2, uniform orthogonal array of collagen fibers lamellae in the corneal stroma. That is, alternating lamellae run at right angles to each other. And number 3 is the strict regulation of water content of the corneal endothelium, corneal stroma, accumulation of excessive water in the stroma that would make the cornea opaque. So there is a strict regulation of water content of the cornea, corneal stroma, and this is maintained by the corneal endothelium. And also if cornea is avascular structure, from where it gets its nutrition? So the stratified squamous epithelium gets its nutrition from the tear film here, but the stroma and the major part of the stroma and the endothelium, it gets its nutrition from the aqueous humor, which is present in the anterior chamber and posterior chamber of the eye. So it gets nutrition from the aqueous humor. So this is all for today. I hope you will enjoy this lecture and you will find it useful. Thank you.